Ever dreamt of a garden that lets you breathe easy, free from allergies? Imagine a world where your passion for greenery doesn't come with a side of sneezes and itchy eyes. A world where nature's beauty doesn't provoke an allergy attack. It might seem like a dream, but it's not. It's possible, and it's within your reach. Welcome to a place where we transform the dream into reality. Today, we're revolutionizing your garden into a haven of low-allergy bliss. No more sneezes, just the sweet peace of nature. Welcome to the secrets of a low-allergy garden. Imagine a garden that doesn't provoke sneezes, but instead invites tranquility, peace, and an intimate connection with nature. That's the power of a low-allergy garden. But how do we create such a haven? By understanding three key concepts: low-pollen plants, pollination methods, and strategic garden layout. Let's start with plant selection. Not all plants are created equal when it comes to allergies. Some are sneeze-inducing culprits, while others are your allies in the battle against allergies. The secret lies in choosing low-pollen plants. These are the plants that produce little to no pollen, the tiny particles that trigger allergies. But understanding low-pollen plants is just the first step. The next secret is understanding how plants pollinate. You see, plants can be either wind-pollinated or insect-pollinated. Wind-pollinated plants are the ones to watch out for. They produce light, airborne pollen that can easily trigger allergies. In contrast, insect-pollinated plants produce heavy pollen that's not easily carried by the wind, making them a much safer choice for allergy sufferers. Finally, we move on to the third secret: your garden layout. The arrangement of your plants can significantly impact your exposure to allergens. Strategic placement of high pollen plants away from windows and seating areas is one way to reduce allergen exposure. Creating barriers with hedges or walls can also help contain pollen. And don't forget about hardscaping elements like stone pathways and patios. These not only add aesthetic value to your garden, but also limit the amount of allergen accumulating green spaces. So there you have it. The three secrets to a low-allergy garden: selecting low-pollen plants, understanding the role of wind versus insect pollination, and strategic garden layout. With these under your green thumb, you're well on your way to creating a garden that is not only beautiful, but also kind to those with allergies. With the right knowledge, you can transform your garden into a low-allergy oasis. So let's dive deeper into the world of low-allergy plants in our next segment. Stay tuned, because we're just getting started on this transformative gardening journey. Let's dive into the specifics of plant selection for an allergy-friendly garden. Choosing the right plants can be a game changer for allergy sufferers. So what should you be looking for? Low-pollen plants are a must. These are typically insect-pollinated, as they produce less airborne pollen compared to their wind-pollinated counterparts. A few examples include the vibrant snapdragon, the fragrant hyacinth, and the evergreen boxwood. These not only add a splash of color to your garden, but also ensure that you can enjoy your blooming space without the fear of sneezing fits or itchy eyes. Another key factor to consider is the timing of pollen production. Some plants, like the goldenrod, release pollen later in the season, helping you spread out your exposure and manage your symptoms better. But don't just take my word for it. Let's hear from some experts. Dr. Green, a renowned horticulturist, shares, "Plants like the hosta are fantastic for allergy sufferers. Their large glossy leaves attract insects, reducing the need for airborne pollen." Another expert, botanist Miss Bloom, adds, "Ferns are another great choice. They reproduce through spores, not pollen, and add a lush, tropical feel to your garden." The beauty of these low-allergy plants is that they don't compromise on aesthetics. Take the begonia, for instance. Its vibrant blooms and attractive foliage can be a showstopper in any garden, all while keeping your allergies at bay. It's also worth considering some native plants. As botanist Mr. Leaf explains, native plants have co-evolved with local insects, so they're typically insect-pollinated. The added bonus is that they're great for supporting local biodiversity. Remember, variety is the spice of life. A diverse garden is not only more resilient, but also helps distribute potential allergens, further reducing your exposure. Choosing the right plants is a major step towards creating your allergy-free garden. But it doesn't stop here. Stay tuned as we delve into the exciting world of DIY allergy-friendly garden zones in the next segment. Your pathway to a sneeze-free garden is just a few steps away. Now let's roll up our sleeves and create some allergy-friendly garden zones. Imagine a garden that's not just beautiful, but also kind to your sinuses. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, it's easier than you think. Creating allergy-friendly zones in your garden doesn't require a green thumb, just a few simple steps and a bit of knowledge. First off, we need to think about the layout. Allergy-friendly plants should ideally occupy the areas of your garden closest to your home, patios, or outdoor living spaces. This way, you're minimizing your exposure to high pollen plants. Next, it's time to select the right plants. Remember, the key here is to choose plants that are insect-pollinated, not wind-pollinated. Insect-pollinated plants produce less airborne pollen, which is the main culprit behind our sneezes and itchy eyes. Now, let's talk about some low-allergy plant options. Ferns, for example, are a great choice. Their spores aren't airborne, and they add a lush tropical feel to any garden. Or, how about roses? Not only are they classic beauties, but they also produce little to no airborne pollen. But hey, let's make this a bit more fun. Here's a quick poll for you. Which do you think is a better option for an allergy-friendly garden? A maple tree or a pine tree? Take a moment to think about it. The answer? It's the maple tree. Surprised? Well, pine trees are wind-pollinated, meaning they release a lot of airborne pollen. On the other hand, maple trees are insect-pollinated, making them a better choice for allergy sufferers. Finally, don't forget to maintain your garden regularly. This includes keeping the grass cut short to prevent it from flowering and releasing pollen, and regularly trimming and pruning your plants. By following these simple steps, you can create a garden that's not only a feast for the eyes, but also a breath of fresh air for your sinuses. With these simple steps, you can transform your garden into a haven for allergy sufferers. So, ready to start your allergy-friendly garden project? Let's get planting. Layout and garden design play a crucial role in reducing allergens. As we delve into the world of garden layout, it's essential to grasp the significance of optimal plant placement. This isn't merely about aesthetics, but also about smart positioning to mitigate the spread of allergens. For instance, placing low-pollen plants upwind, closer to your home, can act as a barrier, reducing the amount of pollen that reaches your living spaces. Creating barriers against pollen is another effective strategy. Dense hedges, trellises with climbing vines, or even ornamental grasses can intercept and trap pollen, preventing it from wafting into your home. Essentially, these barriers serve as the first line of defense against allergens. Now let's talk about hardscaping. You might ask, what does a patio or a stone pathway have to do with allergies? Well, quite a lot actually. Hardscaping elements like patios, decks, and gravel paths can significantly reduce allergen accumulation. They limit the area for pollen-producing plants and can be easily cleaned, reducing the chances of allergens settling in your garden. When designing your garden, consider using a variety of hardscaping materials. For instance, gravel and stone can add texture and contrast, while a wooden deck brings warmth and natural charm. These elements not only enhance your garden's beauty, but also contribute to its allergen-fighting capabilities. Remember, a well-laid-out garden is not just about the right plant selection. It's about how these plants are arranged, how they interact with each other, the wind, and the surrounding structures. It's about creating an environment where nature's beauty can be savored without the nuisance of allergies. In essence, your garden layout is like a well-orchestrated symphony. Each element, from the tallest tree to the smallest pebble, plays its part in creating a harmonious, allergy-free haven. It's about balance, harmony, and a touch of clever design tricks. With the right design, your garden can become a sanctuary, free from allergens. And that, my friends, is the beauty of an allergy-free garden. It's not just about the plants. It's about creating a space that lets us enjoy nature's bounty, sneeze-free. Now that you're armed with knowledge, it's time to start your low-allergy garden project. Imagine a garden of your own, brimming with vibrant hues and lush foliage, yet surprisingly serene and allergy-free. Let's recap what we've learned. We've discovered the secrets of a low-allergy garden, understanding the important role of selecting low-pollen plants, and the difference between wind-pollinated and insect-pollinated flora. We've seen how the layout of your garden can significantly reduce allergen exposure, creating a haven of tranquility and health. In our journey through the world of allergy-friendly plants, we've explored a diverse array of flora, each with their own unique allergy-friendly properties. Remember, every plant in your garden is an opportunity to enhance your space while minimizing allergens. We've also delved into the practical side of things, demonstrating how you can create your own allergy-friendly garden zones. With a bit of planning and creativity, you can transform any space into an allergy-safe sanctuary. And let's not forget about garden design. We've seen how strategic plant placement, creating barriers against pollen, and utilizing hardscaping can reduce allergen accumulation, making your garden not only beautiful, but also a safe haven for those with allergies. The power to create a sneeze-free garden is in your hands. With the knowledge you've gained, you can turn your dream of an allergy-free garden into reality. Embrace the beauty of a sneeze-free garden. Start your low-allergy garden project today.